In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. If you've ever walked into a grocery store or restaurant and noticed the term halal meat on labels or menus, you may have asked yourself, what is halal meat, and why is it important in Islam? Halal meat is more than a label. It reflects a deep spiritual practice rooted in Islamic law, ethical animal treatment, and ritual purity. For Muslims, it's not only about the type of meat, but also how the animal is raised, slaughtered, and processed. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know about halal meat, its definition, rules, slaughtering process, benefits, and how it differs from non-halal or even kosher meat. What does halal meat mean? The word halal means permissible or lawful in Arabic. When it comes to meat, halal meat is the meat of an animal that is permitted to be eaten under Islamic law and slaughtered in a specific way. The opposite of halal is haram, anything that is forbidden in Islam. Meat becomes haram if it comes from a prohibited animal, for example, pig. Predatory animals is not slaughtered properly, is contaminated with haram substances like blood or alcohol. Animals that are halal to eat, only certain animals are allowed to be consumed in Islam. These include permitted halal animals, cattle, beef, goats, and sheep, lamb or mutton, poultry, chicken, turkey, duck, deer, venison, camel. Some seafood varies by school of thought. Prohibited haram animals, pigs and wild boars. Carnivores, for example, lions, tigers, bears. Birds of prey, for example, eagles, hawks, donkeys, and mules. Dead animals not slaughtered properly. The halal slaughter process be hard to qualify as halal. The meat must come from an animal that was slaughtered according to Islamic guidelines, known as dabihah. This process is both physical and spiritual. Step by step, how halal meat is slaughtered. The animal must be healthy. The animal must be alive and in good health at the time of slaughter. A Muslim must perform the slaughter. The person carrying out the slaughter must be a practicing Muslim who understands and follows Islamic rituals. The name of Allah must be invoked. The slaughterer must say, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, in the name of Allah. Allah is the greatest. This spiritual act reminds Muslims that the life is taken by Allah's permission. A swift, humane cut is Madhir's sharp knife is used to swiftly cut the throat, windpipe, and major blood vessels in the neck. This ensures a quick death with minimal suffering. The blood is fully drained. Our blood must be drained from the animal's body. Consuming blood is haram in Islam. This method emphasizes mercy, hygiene, and respect for the animal, core principles of Islamic ethics. Why the slaughter method matters in Islam. Islam teaches that animals are creatures of Allah and should be treated with kindness and dignity. Even when an animal's life is taken for food, the process must be humane and spiritually conscious. Verily, Allah has prescribed excellence in everything. When you slaughter, slaughter well. Prophet Muhammad Sahih Muslim. This shows that the intention, method, and treatment all matter when making meat halal. To halal meat requirements checklist. To ensure meat is halal, the following conditions must be met. Animal is from a halal species. Animal is slaughtered by a Muslim. Name of Allah is invoked. Swift cut to the throat and major vessels. Blood is drained completely. It is not contaminated with haram substances, for example, pork, alcohol. If any of these conditions are missing, the meat becomes non-halal. Common types of halal meat. Muslim consumers today have access to a wide range of halal meat options, including halal chicken. One of the most common halal meat. Halal beef comes from cows slaughtered. Islamic halal lamb or mutton, popular in Middle Eastern and South Asian dishes. Halal turkey and duck offered during special occasions or holidays. A food considered halal by most scholars. While halal and kosher meat share some similarities, they are not the same. Is halal meat healthier? While halal meat is primarily a religious obligation, It may offer health and ethical benefits, such as better hygiene standards, fewer chemical additives or preservatives, no consumption of blood, a toxin carrier, ethical treatment of animals, mindful and spiritual food consumption. However, health also depends on preparation and cooking methods. Halal certification. What to look for? Halal meat producers and distributors often seek certification to help consumers identify permissible options. Look for halal certification logos from authorities like IFANCA USA, HFA UK, SANA, South Africa, JAKIM, Malaysia, Halal Australia. These ensure the meat has been handled and slaughtered according to Islamic law.